everybody, Jay and Manion here for NPC News Online. We're here at the NPC Photo Gym in Pittsburgh, and I'm here with
Janet Layug.
Now, how many years has it been since you've been here?
It's been a long time. I'd say almost, since 2014?
Oh wow, like so right after you turned pro.
Yep.
When we still have blue walls here instead of white. So it's been a while.
There's definitely some upgrades here.
Yeah.
It's a little different, but...
A little bit better, right?
Yes, much needed improvement. So
Yeah.
It's good though.
So we are 25 days before the Arnold Classic IFBB Bikini International. And so that means we're in February. Janet's up here from Florida. She was cold. I had to let the heater run for like an hour and a half.
I didn't know how I was going to fare out. This Florida girl, I didn't know how I was going to fare in the Berg weather, considering you guys just had the polar vortex.
Yes.
So I came prepared with UGG boots and a bunch of layers, but...
Yeah, for basically a day and a half, she has 2 suitcases.
You can never be too prepared for this kind of weather, at least, yeah?
Okay. That's your excuse and you're running with it? Okay. All right, so as you know, Janet was the 2013 NPC National Bikini Overall Champion. She's had a great run in the IFBB Pro League. She's had her ups, she's had her downs. We've talked about this over the years. We kind of touched upon this a little bit when we were in the Philippines at Boracay. We touched, but that really wasn't a place to go into it. So what I really want to talk about is what you and I have talked about over the years. I mean, you've had peaks, you've had valleys, you had a long time since you had won a contest.
Yeah, definitely. And, just like everyone else, we have obstacles and challenges we go through in life. And for me, I was doing really good with competing and,
second at the Olympia twice to Ashley.
2 years in a row consecutively.
Right.
So I was feeling really good. And
won the Arnold Australia.
Arnold Australia, yep. And
have been close at the Arnold in the USA, but
very close, top contender.
Yes.
Still another huge goal of mine to accomplish that title. So another reason why I'm still here. Being a top contender, really just trying to reach the goals that I've been aspiring for, since I started competing. But of course, I ran into some challenges in my life, and I think there's a time for everything, though. And for me to be able to persevere through that and continue on, and it's like they say, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. We have our highs, we have our lows, but to keep going and to not give up is the point here.
Right. I mean, like you said, when you won, she won the IFBB Sean Roden Philippines Pro Bikini. But there was a long stretch where she was doing well in contests, but you hadn't actually won an overall. Like you said, people thought you were, but you weren't. And I knew just from our conversations that you were frustrated.
Yeah.
And I want people to realize that that happens.
And yeah, so I'm in the game, but I'm not winning anything. But
and you've had your doubts. I mean, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
You know, people probably look at you, they see this, shiny veneer and everything, but, I want them to know that what you really go through. I mean, because people think that, oh, well, I mean, everything just comes easy to Janet. I've heard people say that.
Yeah, absolutely not. It may look easy, and that's definitely a misconception. We show up stage ready the day of the show, and you make it look so easy, but in fact it's not. And everyone has their own story and own journey that we take to get there. We're all different on that, and some may come easier. And for me, I know there's lots of struggles to go through, to get that end result. And for a long time, I didn't win any shows, and it definitely brought me, down a little bit. And
well, let's be honest. Like I said, we talked, and you were having self-doubt. Like, yeah. Will I ever win a contest? Will I ever win an IFBB Pro League contest again?
Yeah, you never know. Like
you're like, you kept saying, I'm close, but I'm not there. What is it they don't like? I mean, stuff that I'm sure a lot of competitors go through, but they probably don't think, upper echelon, upper Olympia athletes go through. But this is for real.
Yeah, and you don't, you know, what do I change? What do I need to do? What is it? And it's, you know, you got to get, everything's got to come together for you. And, you know, for a little bit it wasn't. And only until recently with winning the Sean Roden Classic in the Philippines, it just, everything felt like it was, the timing was right, everything was coming together, and, you know, keep going. And but had I given up, I wouldn't have gotten there.
Right, right.
So, you know, I'm proud for myself to say, hey, I kept going and I kept pushing, kept, you know, staying persistent.
Right.
And putting in the work. You know, you don't just put in the work and then give up because you didn't win. You have to keep going. Yeah,
I mean, and you have a lot going on in your personal life, being a mom, being a wife, doing everything, just working. You have, you know, supplement contract and different things. So, you know, it's not like you're just in the gym 24/7.
Absolutely.
You have real life.
Absolutely. And everyone thinks like, oh, this must be all you do, how easy. And just like everyone else, you know, it's real life that we go through, you know, especially with a family and other jobs that you're committed to and other aspects of your life. You just don't leave that out. You have to learn how to balance everything in within the sport and training and, you know, the nutrition and all that. You have to learn how to balance everything and devote the time where you need to and, you know, have your priorities straight.
Yeah. I mean, what advice could you give to other competitors? I mean, whether they're, you know, NPC amateur competitors, some of the other IFBB Pro League competitors that may have some self-doubt, may personally just think they're struggling, you know, and that, you know, they're never going to achieve their goals and things like that.
Well, first of all, it's normal to have those feelings. Definitely normal. But that doesn't mean that whatever setback you have in life is not going to define the future. You have to, if you keep pushing and if you keep persevering, stay persistent, it is proven that you will move forward and this too shall pass. So everyone goes through, you're not the only one. It's going through something that we all have things that we go through, setbacks, obstacles, you know, triumphs that we, you know, but you have to keep going to get to the end result and where you want to be. So you may feel down, but when you start picking your head back up, that's when you're going to move forward and end where you want to be.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, as we were talking right before this, we did this interview, I said, I feel like you're in like kind of the second phase of your career. Like you came out of the gate, you came out hot, you're up there. Not that you were bad, but it's kind of like you kind of plateaued, right?
Yeah.
And like, I feel like with the Olympia and the post-Olympia shows, you're like back on an upswing. I mean, I've said this, and I said this to you. I've said this to other competitors. I even said this to the promoters with, you know, Oscar Gann and Sean Roden. I said, well, I think what happens at that contest will translate over to this year's Bikini International. I mean, that was a big contest. I mean, it's not. I mean, you were against, you know, two of your other competitors. I mean,
tough competition.
It was second, third, and fourth from the Bikini Olympia.
Oh, it was tough.
Right.
Definitely.
I mean, and I know that you know, the week before in China, you had taken second, and to Laura Lee.
And that was a setback too, as well for me. I was really, you know, I was like, man, I want to go into China winning, but that didn't happen. And you know, I'm like, but you know what? Got to keep going. Got to look forward to the Philippines. And you know, sure enough, when you keep pushing.
Well, and that's also, let's talk about, you did Korea the week after the Olympia, and you're going against two Bikini Olympia champions. You're Ashley and Angelica.
Yeah, I talk about tough competition there, right?
Right.
You know, you're competing with the best of the best. Regardless, you know, I'm competing for myself, and whoever shows up, I'm not going to say I'm not competing because they're going to be there, but I have to show up with my best and do my best. So I focused on that, and I think it really worked.
Yeah.
So I think the judges were really happy. I got really good feedback from that show. So.
Now that's important, because I know that you're constantly asking the judges for feedback. I know a lot of people don't. A lot of competitors go, oh well.
And at first I didn't, And I realized, okay, yeah, I really need to know, you know, what do I need to do? And so that's really helped me out to make the improvements that I needed to.
Yeah. Now, going into the Olympia and the end of 2018, did you and trainer Kimoto, did you guys do anything different, or something that you hadn't done before, or is it just more like focusing, like honing everything in?
Yeah, I'd say a little bit of both. Like, you have to make certain, if something's not working, make the changes. If it's working, why change something? But for me, I needed a little bit of change. So we did mix in different training that I hadn't done before. So I think that really, things just started, like I started getting it. Okay, so the timing and everything just it all started coming together with the training, and you see the results. So, okay, great, this is working, let's stick with it. And the judges, the feedback from them was, they loved it. So we got a good game plan going for the Arnold, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, so listen, people, you can get feedback from the judges. What you do with it, I guess, is up to you.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, you have learned, that actually getting the feedback has given you some guidance, right?
Absolutely, because like I said, at first I wasn't, and I think that's kind of where I felt a little lost, and just kind of didn't really pay attention, and yeah, they're very open to tell you whatever you need, you want to know. They're very open to talk with you, whatever improvements you should make, anything to help you, and it's for your benefit, so definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah. Now, I know we had also touched upon, it was kind of like a little sweet victory winning in the Philippines with your family and things there, with your dad there.
It was just the best, amazing time, and incredible. Like, my family was there in my hometown, and to represent for the Philippines and for the sport, the first IFBB contest there, right, in the Philippines.
Yeah, the first IFBB Pro League contest.
Such a huge honor, but that was my goal. I knew hey, I'm going to do this show. I had my eye on it, and kept going.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So, also, she had mentioned, in case you weren't aware, besides the Arnold in the USA, she's also doing the Arnold Australia.
Yes, absolutely. I love it there.
Trying to make it so 2 times.
That's my goal. That's what I'm competing for. I'm here, and those 2 shows I think would really make for a great start of the year.
Right. Okay. So now I'm gonna just throw this out at you. It's a little bit of self-serving for me too. So what did you think of the photo shoot we did in Boracay?
Wow, so I don't know if you guys seen our photo shoot, our first one ever together, down in Fort Lauderdale. But
in 2013.
So long ago. But this one was just like, took it to another level. So if you guys have not seen it yet, you head over to NBC News Online and you will see all the amazing photos. Like, you have to be there in person to really take it all in, but the location.
Now, had you ever been to Boracay before?
Never, but it's one of those places you always see online, and you're like, one day when I retire, I'm going there. And it's so exotic, just, I could live there.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I didn't know what to expect, and I thought it was great. I thought everybody was great. You, Jolyn Merrill, Isa Piscini, and Laura Lee Chabados. But I know for you, being in your home country and everything, but the location was just
over the top. Yeah, it's anywhere. The best beach in the world, and it's rated one of the top best beaches in the world. But,
okay.
For us to be there was insane. Like, the best memories of my life, really.
Yeah, we had shot obviously in August down in Miami Beach, doing the, as I said, the Filipino Dream Team with the other ones. And I thought that was great.
That was great, but we didn't have any of the bugs in the water.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, so That was definitely, Philippines was an upgrade.
Just explain to them about the bugs in the water in Miami.
Oh, if you guys see any of like the footage, the outtakes, oh, it's terrible.
Everybody was kneeling at the edge of the water on the beach.
We're trying to make this like really sexy, seductive shoot, getting in the water, laying down, and sure enough, that's far from the truth of what it was. Bugs were biting me. Oh, I can't stand this. You couldn't see the bugs either, so it wasn't like you could just shoo them out. But but you know what? We did it for you guys.
Yeah,
we stuck through it.
Yeah, but then at one point you just jumped up and said, "I can't take it anymore."
Yeah, I was done. All right, I had enough. Enough of this. I'm done.
Yes. So, I mean, I don't know. There's anything else that you want to say? Anybody you want to talk about? Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, definitely.
Anybody want to trash talk?
You know what? I just want to thank everybody who is out there supporting. First of all, the sport and what we do. That's really important because without you guys, it wouldn't be as grand and as great and popular as it is today. So if you guys are coming out to the Arnold, which is coming up, check me out. There's going to be tons of top competitors there, very prestigious. So keep up with the latest news on that if you're not going to attend. But I'll be there. Look for me there, and the Arnold Australia. So can't really tell you my plan for the year, but
that's good.
These are the first 2 shows of the year, so really looking forward to that.
All right. Well, this is Jay and Manion and
Janet Layug,
and we're signing off for NPC News Online. Okay, so this is a extra little bonus section for the interview.
Yeah, for those who don't know.
Okay, so Janet, your pro debut was where?
Really special and very meaningful for me. It was at the Arnold in Columbus, Ohio, my pro debut, and to have my pro debut at that kind of show, like, incredible, an honor to be there. So it's really special for me to be able to compete there, and hopefully I'll be able to take the title.
Yeah, so not many athletes get to make their pro debut at the Arnold in any division. So
yeah. That's incredible. So it's always going to have a special spot for that show.
All right, so again, keep your eye out. 25 days.
So soon.
All right, we're out.